With every release, particle illusion is getting easier to use, and the latest version is no exception, with the new parameter linking and cloning features making it not only easier to create new looks, but also to modify existing presets. Let's take a quick look. Parameter linking is a feature of particle nodes, and any changes you make to linked particle nodes will update the other linked particle nodes. So here I have a preset, and I'm going to modify this the old way first, and then we'll use parameter linking. So to do it the old way, this is prior to 2026.5. If I double click on the gradient for one of them, choose load preset, it's going to choose that one there, click apply, then holding down the Alt or Option key, just dragging that to the other ones. And that's pretty quick. But every time I change the gradient, I have to do that again. Check this out. This is a much faster way in 2026.5. It doesn't matter which one I start with because we're going to link them all. So if I right click on color gradient, I can choose link. And if I select the other ones, the keyboard shortcut is to Alt double click and Alt double click. So they're all green now, right? You can see green, 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 and it's green there as well. So they're linked. So now if I change one, double click on the gradient, and click load preset. We don't even have to click apply. We can just window shop different looks and see how they all update because they're all linked. How fast is that? So once the links are in place, updating is super quick. So good. Okay. The other thing I want to point out is this option up the top here, parameter link group. Currently, everything's in group A. If I select any one of them, you can see it says group A. Let's try something different. We'll put glows into group B, and let's duplicate that. Okay, so group B, and link is already selected. So if I change one of them, you see they both go green. Load preset. And you can see only those ones that are in group B update. And you've got group C and D as well. So there's a fair bit of flexibility built in. So that's pretty easy and simple to set up. But what if you wanted to link all of the parameters that affect the position of the particles? Next, I'll show you how you can do that and why you'd want to do that. In this example, it's just a single node and a single emitter. And I mean, it looks okay, but I'd like to duplicate this and just make it look a little better. So I will right click and choose duplicate particle type. And for this one, double click on the gradient. I'm going to clear that. I'm going to make myself a nice white hotspot just by decreasing the size like that. It's already looking more interesting. And I'm going to draw some tails. Increase the taper and increase the length. All right, so that's looking a little more interesting, but with this particle selected, if I go ahead and change something that does affect position, maybe something like weight, you can see where the problem is. That breaks the look, okay? They're now no longer registered, and it doesn't look quite right. So let's delete that. And this time, right-click and choose clone particle type. Now watch what happens over here on the left in the parameters. You'll see a whole lot of different parameters go green. If I right click, you can see link is turned on. I'm going to turn that back on. And these are all the parameters that affect the position of the particles. So now we can just go ahead with this one and do exactly the same. Just clear, change the size, just drop that down. I'm going to add the tail and increase the length. Very nice. And just tape it a little bit. Okay, so you can already tell what's going to happen. If I change the weight, which you can see is linked, everything works as expected. We could go and do that manually. We could try and do, all of these parameters one by one with links, but that would take forever. So just by having the original particle right-clicking and choosing Clone Particle Type saves you a lot of time. And that's fine if you've got a very simple setup like this. See, we started with one particle node. But what if you had, say, for example, a preset and you wanted to use that clone feature? Well, let's take a look at this example. Here's a preset from a previous version. I've just used one of the built-in motion path presets, and it's looking pretty good. There's lots of particles here, and in order to link all of those up, it's going to take a lot of work. I can't just right-click and choose Clone Particle Type because that'll just make a new particle type. So in this case, it's super straightforward. All I have to do is right-click, and instead of choosing Clone Particle Type, I choose Link All Clone Parameters. And again, this links all of those parameters that are to do with the position of the particle. So all I have to do is repeat that for the other particle types, Link All Clone Parameters. And now they all have the links. So once again, just choosing any one of them. Let's try weight again. Watch what happens. As I adjust the weight of that one, all of the other ones stay in register. And it's really obvious when you see the tails there. See that dropping down. It looks great, doesn't it? How good. It's so easy to break these just trying to customize them. But being able to link all those parameters makes this super fast and super easy. Why don't we change the inherited velocity as well? Always looks good on a motion path. So as it shoots around that path, particles will spray off like that. So nice. And just say I wanted to customize one of the particle nodes to turn off all the links. All I have to do is right-click and choose Unlink All Parameters. So you can see how quickly and easily you can customize presets now and not make a big mess, which is something I always used to do when I made these kinds of changes. Definitely go ahead and check out all of the presets that ship with this new version, and that'll give you some inspiration as to how some of our experts have been using parameter linking to create those presets. If you want to learn more about particle illusion or continuum, visit borisfx.com, where you can also download a free trial version. For now, this is John. See you in the next tutorial.